Hi there, it's Kevin with Gone Rogue Games, here with a Zendikar Rising Collector Booster Box. This one is sponsored by Will. Will K wants to try his luck at the Zendikar Rising to see if, is this still all about the box toppers, the foil box toppers for this, hitting Scarns or Tarns? Scarns? Scalding Tarns or bust? Let's find out here. So, the cost of this sucker was, what did we pay for this one? Like $178 to $185 for collector's booster boxes? That's kind of the distributor price that patrons get them at, so it definitely pays to be a patron. What are these going for on eBay? Are they still going for $250 for the Zendikar Rising? There's also a supply issue with these. The printers were backed up and did not get these products out in time, so there will be more of these coming out. So that might have more to do with the price than anything. Alrighty, so let's save these box toppers for later, and let's just go through these cards. We're going to go quick. We'll go slow at first and then quick towards the more money cards later on. So first off, we have just the token, so we flip this around. Alright, so the combat the core celebrant, and then an inordinate rage, the marauding blight priest, rapid bite, the Cliffhaven kite sail, the journey to oblivion, the Rumera's Wizard, and a Foily Plains, with our first showcase card being the Squad Commander. Enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 white core creature token for each creature card in your party, so at least you can get one. And then if you have a full combat, they get +1/+0 indestructible during combat. A full party during combat. So kind of a cool card. At least you get your 1/1 for 4 mana, possibly 2. If you have other cards, you can get up to 4. That's definitely worth it if you can have the perfect curve and go like cleric, rogue, priest, cleric, rogue. Can't think of the other, wizard, warrior. Then you could get the full party out and have 4, and then have those get huge. But that's, of course, the dream scenario with the Squad Commander. I guess if you have a Changeling deck, that's pretty sweet. And then we have a Scute Swarm. This is the card that is breaking Arena right now. Whenever land enters the battlefield under your control, you create a 1/1 creature, a green insect. If you control 6 or more lands, you create a token that's a copy of Scute Swarm instead. And so they become copies of copies of copies of copies of copies, and then break Arena and crash it. And yep, so that is happening right now. And then we have the Spitfire Lagak, as well as the Kazandu Nectar Pot. And then we have our first big one being the full art of the Branchloft Pathway. This is the Celestia version of it, and you can see that. And this is like the billionth of these foily crabs that I've opened. This card's actually pretty sweet. Ruin Crab is going to age very well long term. Mill is something that's very, very casual friendly. There are definitely players that love to mill, and the Hedron Crab has always been a card that has aged very well. So Ruin Crab is just a upgraded version because it mills all opponents than the Hedron Crab. So other than I guess you can't mill yourself. Yeah, never mind. So I guess Hedron Crab is just more versatile. And then look what we got. We got the Verdant Catacomb foil. The Verdant Catacomb foil. So this box is already amazing with our first fetch land. So Verdant Catacomb, and then we have the cat. So that is absolutely a great pull. So great, I think oh man, where are my perfect fits? We'll have to find the perfect fits and get these sleeved up. I will be gentle with your cards. All right, so pack number 2 is going to be very, very tough to compete with the previous pack. Let's just go ahead. We've seen enough foils, right? Let's go to the foil lands here and get the foil forest. And then the first of the showcases, or the full arts, is going to be the Inscription of Ruin. It's got the kicker of 4 to do all of the modes, and then you can choose one of the modes of being discard 2 cards, return to creature card with converted mana cost 2 or less from your grave or the battlefield, or destroy target creature card with converted mana cost 3 or less. Sorcery Speed, kind of awkward. You really want this one kicked. I think it's the versatility that makes this, pretty solid. Like, this is just better than a mind. It's a mind rot with an upside. So I think mind rot's what you got to compare this to. And then it's got some other implications of being able to return creatures or destroy creatures. All right, then our first foil rare is going to be the River Glide Pathway. And then we have the Hellhound as a showcase, the Fearless Fledgling as a showcase, and Nahiri as the first full art. Nahiri, which creates 1/1 core warriors and attaching equipment to them. And then you can look at the top 6 cards of your library, reveal a warrior or equipment, and put in your hand. And then -3 deals damage equal to twice the amount of equipment you control to a creature. Yep, to a creature or planeswalker. Our next foil is going to be the Brushfire Elemental. Pretty sweet card because it can't be blocked with creatures power 2 or less. And then when it lands in a battlefield, it gets +2/+2. For it's a 2 mana for a haster. Not a bad card whatsoever. And then we have the Maul of Skyclaves as the foil. Pretty good limited card. And then a Core Warrior. So that pack was actually a dud. Well, absolutely a dud of a pack for Senior Will. Let's get on to the next one. And if you are a patron and have bought sealed product from me, you can definitely ask me to open it on camera. I think these are kind of fun. Once we get the computer, we've bought the hard drive and we have the processor. So we're just trying to find I think the big hang up right now is finding a graphics card for it's not just crazily expensive right now. So as soon as we got the computer built, I'm going to bring back profit or loss, and that's also something you can do for this channel. So we will fan through these here and get right to the... also, people have been talking about live streaming. We have a capture card now. We need to redo the back room and then figure out our internet, how to rewire this building for... the signal's terrible in here, and it's just unfeasible to wire it into the... the router. So we're going to actually look to fix some of our back rooms that's closer. So be looking forward to that. If people want live streams, we'll start doing live box openings. We have the Island. We have another Maul of Skyclaves, but this time in the form of the full art. Then we have a foil Lotus Cobra. That card is seeing a lot of play right now in Standard. Lotus Cobra. And then the McKindy Ox. Then another Brushfile Elemental, this time not foil. The Morog Fury of Akoum, a mythic, a foil... alternate art mythic, or not foil, alternate art mythic. Each creature you control gets +1/+0 each time it is attacked this turn. And whenever land enters the battlefield under your control, if it's your main phase, there's an additional combat phase after this phase. At the beginning of that combat, untap all creatures you control. So I need to put this in my Atali deck. That's just an upgrade to the... I have 2 commanders now. I tore apart all my commanders except for Atali. And now I've been playing rogues just right out of the box from Zendikar. So this one is definitely a card that I need to put in my Atali. So I'll make a note of that to upgrade the Atali deck with the Morog, Fury of Akoum. Then we have Kazandu Nectar Pot as well. All right, so we'll put these up here. We got the Verdant Catacombs, and now we have the Windswept Heath. So those are awesome, 2 awesome pulls for the fetch lands. So we're 2 for 3 so far on the fetch lands. This box cannot... this box is already good. This box has already done its job. Yeah, both of them are pretty sweet. I mean, all fetch lands have a high playability. This one, of course, is from Zendikar. This one's from Khans, so the price is going to reflect based upon these ones being worth more. We'll see actually that settles after this set. All right, so we can fan through. No one wants to see this. Get right to the lands. And we have a Plains. And the Valakut Awakening, putting a number of cards from your hand on the bottom of your library, then draw that many +1. I really like this card because there have been actually a lack of cards that kind of do this ability of putting cards on the bottom of your library, and then specifically putting them on the bottom of your library in any order. So it does say in any order, you don't have to randomize it. So it's like cards like Grenzo, there's a few other cards that work with the bottom of your library. These are really, really fun to throw those cards on the bottom, or if you're having any sort of like polymorph type deck or Madcap Experiment deck, this is another way to get that card shuffled back in. Like I actually think that this card can make Madcap Experiment actually work in Modern again, because that was one of the problems, is you'd have to play like multiples and it's quite awkward. Now you really only have to play that 1, maybe 2, and then you can shuffle it back in if you happen to draw it. So this is a really sweet card. You always draw 1 plus that, so put any number of cards, so you're going to replace itself and plus all the cards you put. So it isn't card advantage, but it doesn't traditionally do what red does with looting, putting cards in the graveyard, but it's still a pretty sweet ability, and then has the upside of having it be a land on if you just need the first turn land into play. So I actually like this Valakut Awakening quite a bit. For EDH too, this is just a better way to throw all the unused cards, instant speed too, that you're not going to be wanting to play because if you have enough mana rocks or whatever, you need to get to those threats. This card is a great card. Anyway, we'll try to be opening more than just talking about cards here. We have the Hagra Mauling as a foil, the Territorial Skycat, the Kazandu Nectar Pot, and another Riverglide Pathways. We have opened up 4 of these in 4 packs. Are we up to 4 packs? Yeah. I think we've had it in every pack. The Skyclave Squid. And we have the Crawling Baron. So this one's kind of sweet. You put 2 counters on it. It gets bigger and bigger and bigger as time goes on. I think this card will age well in various decks. So you have the, of course, the colorless based decks We'll want these for EDH. Just another strictly better than a waste. And then I think this is also, strictly better than a waste in a lot of scenarios for a lot of like Tron-based, Eldrazi Tron. I'm surprised if this hasn't seen play yet for it, rather than just regular waste. I know that they can get Blood Mooned out, and that's why they run waste, so they can still generate that, but I don't know. I think Crawling Barrens is definitely a reasonable upside. All right, let's go on to the next pack. I believe this is pack number 5, and we'll go right to the land. And then we have the Forest. Sweet. And then, there's nothing right to the land here. Let me check this. So these are always going to be uncommons and uncommons. All right, this one's kind of cool because I think some of the other collector's packs in the past had like a weird randomization, and this one has a little more congruency to it. So we have the Maddening Cacophony. I don't know how to say that correctly. I'm sure some in the comments will tell me how I am doing this wrong. Each opponent mills 8 cards. If this spell was kicked, instead each opponent mills half their library. We have the Shadow's Verdict. Exile all creatures and planeswalkers with preferred mana cost 3 or less. And all creatures, 3 or less from the battlefield and planeswalker cards. Okay, so yeah, I read it correctly. A squid, another squid. The Canyon Jerboa, little mouse that could. We have another one coming up. Yeah, Clearwater Pathway. That's another one. We've had one every pack. And now the foil version of it with the Canyon Jerboa. And a strip mine. I'm going to actually throw the strip mine down in here because it's an honorary expedition here. So we do have now another expedition with Windswept Heath, Verdant Catacomb, and Strip Mine. We did have another one that I missed, right? Because they do have that symbol that... I don't think so. I think we've got... Yep, we've got the ones. Wow. Pretty sweet pack so far. All right, we will go on to the next pack. See what we get. We have a Right to the Swamp. We have the Swamp, the Skyclave Relic. Pretty cool card for adding mana to mana pool and being indestructible. So again, it's just a little bit of upside versus like the Darksteel Ingot. And then if it's kicked, create 2 tapped relics of it. So the Shatter Skull Charger, the Skyclave Squid, another Brushfire Elemental, the Bright Climb Pathway. So again, we got, are these 1 per 1? I'm not sure. And the Hellhound and Foil, the Relic Robber. So when it deals combat damage to a player, that player creates a 0/1 Goblin Conjurer's token, and it starts dealing damage to them. And an Illusion. So that one's kind of a met of a pack. All right, let's get on to the next pack. All right, see if we can get those expeditions. See if we can get 6 per box, as what I've seen other people run. So let's go right to the mountain. We have the Nighthawk Scavenger. Love this card, kind of the reverse Tarmogoyf. We have the Rolling Vortex. We have the Prowling Felidar. The Spite Fire Lagok and the Valakut Explosion. Pretty sweet card that they've kind of fixed these cards to, you're going to always get value out of them. So if you don't cast the card, you can at least deal damage still. The Canopy Baloth. And the Aura Skyclave Hierophant. So unfortunately, it's a really cool card. Comes from the Commander. I believe comes from Commander. And no, how do you get this? Someone in comment. Oh, this is the promo. This is the buy box promo. And then a cat token. All right, a few packs left. All right, up to the next one. Let's go. We get the Island. And then we have the Forsaken Monument, full art. That is pretty sweet for the Forsaken Monument. The Nibble Trap Finder. The Canopy Baloth. The Dreadworm. And we have Pyloth World Sculptor as our kind of showcase. Enters the battlefield, create a 0/1 plant creature token for each basic land you control, and then when a land enters the battlefield, you put a +1 counter 4 on 1. So instead of putting on 1/1s on all your plants, you make 1 plant bigger. So it's kind of like the, I can't remember the card, that Avenger of Zendikar. The Spitfire Lagok and the Glasspool Mimic. Oh, we started off so good, and now we are starting to kind of run out of steam here with our collector's pack. All right, so go back to the mountain. Confounding Conundrum, pretty sweet. Land enters the battlefield under your control. If you had another land enter the battlefield under the controller's turn, they return it. So it's kind of a taxes for blue. Relic Robber, the Prowling Felidar, the Territorial Skycat, the Skyclave Shade, the Kazandu Nectarpot. Ooh, a full art Nighthawk Scavenger, pretty sweet there, and the Angel. No, we are not finding the expeditions now, but man, still can't complain with those 3 expeditions in this collector's pack. I mean, Verdant Catacombs is one of the more pricey ones, one of the Jund pieces. All right, the Foily Island, the Whirlpool Island, the Cool Island. Then we have the Mary's Call. Sweet for making some angels. The Seagate Restoration. Kindy Ox. Skyclave Squid. Mammoth. Fearless Fudging. Oh, I thought that was a rare. And Morphic Pool. That is an expedition. Morphic Pool enters the battlefield tapped unless you control 2 or more opponents. So that was, yeah. That's like the battle. That's a Battle Bond land, right? Was that the one that was in Battle Bond? Or do they have the enemy colors for that? So we have the Morphic Pool. That is awesome with the Morphic Pool. Very, very cool card. Oh, yeah, that is Battle Bond. Very, very cool card. Expedition. That should age extremely well. All right, we have a couple packs left to go. We got the Plains. And the Grokmaw Skyclaw Ravager. Pretty sweet art on that one. The Skyclave Relic. Hellhound. Geopede. Scute Swarm in the alternate art. Territorial Skycat. The Relic, the Skyclave Relic. Another one, 2 in the same pack. And, oh, that was our money card. All right, our last pack. Expedition or Bust here. Come on, come on, come on. Let's see if we can get 5 expeditions. Let's go for the Scalding Tarn. We know you're in here, Scalding Tarn. Go right to the swamp. Swamp. Zagras, the Thief of Heartbeats. Pretty sweet little flying Death Touch haste. Other creature control of Death Touch. And whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a Planeswalker, destroy that Planeswalker. So pretty sweet to put on a Pinger's deck. Make a Pinger commander with this card. It's pretty sweet. The Angel of Destiny. Double flying, double strike. And then deals with life. The Pickaxe, an alternate art form. The Ruined Crab. Another crack. We haven't seen one of these for a while, but we were hitting one per pack for a while. But there is that. The Dreadworm. Another Maddening Cacophony in the foil version. Oh, that's it. And the Drake. All right, comes down to our 2 expedition toppers. And these will be foil correct. So we get some sweet pulls. Or these, yeah, these ones are foil in here. So, yeah, this is going to be a sweet little box just from the value of these expeditions. And no wonder everyone wants these collector's boosters, but not all the other products, because the money's definitely in this. The first one, Flip, is a Morphic. Oh, so these are not foiled. So Morphic Pool. So these are the same that can come out of the other boxes. So we got 2 Morphic Pools in here. Hope you play some blue-black commanders, Will. And then we have, last but not least, is... Oh, another Windswept Heath. Look at those duplicates. A foil and unfoil with the Windswept Heath. So we got Windswept Heath. So the foil, Heath, a Strip Mine, a Verdant Catacombs, a Morphic Pool, and then the normals, the Windswept, and the Morphic. Got some other good pulls throughout here with the cards from Zendikar. I think we got all of these. Was there a color combination we didn't hit? Man, plenty of these suckers. So overall, I think this is a pretty decent collector's edition box. What are the Windswept Heaths going for? The Verdant Catacombs got to be around, what, 60, 70? What does the foil version go for? Morphic Pools are probably good $20 hits for those. So, yeah, definitely I think that Will was able to make the money back. And thank you for letting me crack this, Will, because I am not going to be cracking one of these Zendikar collector's boosters for me personally. And so if you'd like me to crack on your behalf, if you are a Patreon, you can definitely let me know of a product you want me to buy and crack for the channel. As always, if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button for more box openings and product reviews on the Gone Rogue Games channel. Thanks for watching.